Look, I like my red bone, fat, jello, light skin, yellow, iced out, hello. I'm the king of New York, mellow, black hair by the Regis hello. Ass around, know me. I'm a year boy, you know me. I like my red bone, fat, jello, light skin.
And now, let us summarize this nation and what people must be on our country and those who protect Africa. Please join the Purdue Varsity Club and the singing of our national anthem.
Very fittingly nestled on John Wooden Drive, Mackey Arena, the home of the back-to-back Big Ten champions. And it's a great place to spend your Friday night unless you're the opponent. Purdue has lost all of 45 times here ever under Matt Painter. Good luck, Indiana. Jason Benetti, Robbie Hummel along with you. And the question is, and we're still looking for the answer to this, how do you defend Braden Smith?
You know, if I had that answer, I'd be making a lot more money on the other sideline. It's just been so difficult for opponents to corral Braden Smith this season. The Michigan game on his best right there. 24.7 rebounds, 10 assists, only 1 turnover, also had 4 steals. He's a maestro in pick and roll. If you're up on him, he hits the short roller. If you're in that drop, he's going to the pull-up. Braden Smith is a problem to guard for every team in the country.
This is a professional segue, but if Indiana doesn't start winning games, it's going to be lights out, you could say, on their season.
Certainly, Indiana has to put it together for a full 40 minutes. Some of the little things, some of the winning plays they haven't done. They've lost 4 of 5. This stretch looks very daunting for the Hoosiers, but the good news, with only 2 quad 1 victories, they have opportunities in their next 6. It has to start tonight on the road against their rival.
They need it badly.
They certainly do, but you know what, Jason?
What?
As the Chicago baseball GOAT used to say, sit back, relax, and strap it down, because we've got one of the best rivalries in college basketball coming right up.
Jello, light skin, yellow, iced out, hello, I'm the king of the
Three amigos in the Big East. This is where players deliver clutch moments and make confetti fall from the rafters. This song to 26 Big Ten championships. And 3 national players of the league. Passionate, the most loyal, and the most fearsome fan in the land. This is where we work hard and play hard, where we guide our team to glory and drive our opposition to the brink. Whose house? Whose house?
What
movie, right? There's that moment where you know something bad's about to happen, but the other people in the movie don't know something bad's about to happen. Okay. That's what Mackey Arena is like right before tip-off for the opposition. As our starting lineups are presented by Ram Trucks. Indiana's starting lineup includes Anthony Leal, who's making his 6th career start. It's the Purdue lineup that's been sort of makeshift this year, but they've gotten improvement from C.J. Cox, and then the cornerstones in Lawyer and Smith and Trey Kaufman, Ren, Caleb First is important in a game like this because Indiana lives and breathes 2-point field goal.
Well, there's no doubt, and the problem for Indiana has been that in conference play, they're actually last in 2-point field goal percentage. Purdue's defense is much improved. The job that they've done after the Auburn loss, where they've technically got embarrassed. You look at the way that game went down, but they've been a different team. The rededication to the defensive end of the floor, and Caleb First has been a big part of it, but so is C.J. Cox and Jakari Harris. Ball pressure will loom large tonight. I thought Purdue just threw a haymaker in that Michigan game. First couple possessions, C.J. Cox takes Trey Donaldson's ball.
Live ball turnovers become pick sixes in this building, unlike basically any other in the country, and Purdue forced 22 turnovers. Their defense, like Ram Trucks, was built to serve.
Well, and you look at Indiana, and certainly the turnovers have been an issue at times. 3 of the last 4 games, they've had 11 turnovers or more. They're averaging 13 in that stretch. They've got to take care of the ball against a Purdue team that in conference play all of a sudden has become a turnover juggernaut.
Mike Woodson, season number 4, trying to get them back to the NCAA tournament, 67th in the net rankings as of today. Best win probably at Ohio State. That's a non-conference win, probably South Carolina or Providence, but they need to start racking them up. And Matt Painter, who has been a 1 seed a number of times, they've got 5 of them in their history, and the national championship game last year, it's in part because this home court advantage is absolutely life-changing for people who play here.
Well, outside of Kansas, and Kansas is elite, but I think Purdue is the 2nd best atmosphere in college basketball. The good news for Indiana is that Mike Woodson is 3-3 against Purdue and has won in this building in his tenure. Got a good one tonight. You know what? In a rivalry game like this, you never know.
The ground is shaking. It is a full-body experience in the round at Mackey Arena. Off we go. Umar Ballo, the transfer from Arizona by way of Gonzaga, and Indiana's being serenaded by all black. Fighting for position, got the reach in there from First, who holds his ground, and a great cross-lane feed for 2 from Mbako.
That's going to be big for Purdue tonight. That post double is going to come on Umar Ballo. Ballo's been fantastic. 8 straight games in double figures, 6 of those with double-doubles. But if that help side's not over, Ballo's going to have opportunities as a passer.
There's the mid-range. Braden Smith drops it in. Again, watch him and where he places himself all game. There's really no answer defensively.
It's going to be interesting to see just how Indiana guards him in pick-and-roll and handoff situations. If you're in drop, it could be a long night from the mid-range.
And if turnovers like that happen into posters like that, good night.
Braden Smith leads the Big Ten in steals per game, and if Indiana's not sound with the basketball tonight, Purdue has been unbelievable in conference play at forcing turnovers.
Braden Smith is making memories on the other end. Here is Mbako. They got to have it from 3 from him. At 35%, they're not a great 3-point shooting team, and Mike Woodson said before the game, we need a little more from him in that department.
He's rode the wave, right? Mbako, these last 2 games, has shot well. Before prior, he's really struggled.
That is so clever by Braden Smith to get to the foul line.
He's got one of the best shot fakes also in the country. Gets guys in the air all the time. And there, just a little bit of indecision there. Leal dancing around. Is he curling? Is he straight cutting? Miles Rice isn't sure, and that leads to the easy basket on the other end.
Braden Smith, who has been so close to that elusive triple-double over and over and over again. But you look at the amount of games that he's put together, 10 points, 10 assists.
Yeah, he leads the country in assist rate. And I thought a real bounce-back performance after the Ohio State loss, where he just didn't have it offensively. 3 of 14 from the field, but even with his shooting woes the last 2 games, 18 assists, only 2 turnovers.
He had missed 8 free throws all year before those 2 didn't go down. And a big collision and a foul. A little side swipe. Doug Sermons with the call. Braden Smith pleading his case.
Well, Purdue's physicality has stood out to me since that Auburn game. You know, the ball pressure with C.J. Cox and Jakari Harris, even Miles Colvin, but they're going to look to be physical with Indiana. They honestly punked Michigan physically to start that game.
How does that change in the course of the season?
That's a great question. You don't see a team that you could argue after that Auburn game maybe a little bit soft, that they aren't anymore.
Renew the miss. Rebound for first. Threes in transition are such a danger. Lawyer gets to the rim and he'll take 2 free throws out of it.
Fletcher Lawyer just knows how to score the ball, and he is having a tremendous season doing just that. 14 a game, 47 from the field, 46 from 3. Capable of getting to that right hand, putting it on the floor.
They got the foul on Renew there. Rice was backpedaling. He cannot afford to pick up a second foul, but you know, Lawyer misses that free throw. He was 60 for 70 this year. There's this odd sort of anxiety sound in this arena right now.
Well, for Indiana, they can't afford any foul trouble tonight. That rotation has been shortened, but Cannon Carlisle isn't even on the bench. Dealing with a sickness right now, and there's just not much depth here for the Hoosiers.
That's not a good way to wander into Mackey Arena. Rice little pocket pass, ball, a nice touch, and Renew hits the deck, and you almost have to call something at that point when he corkscrews to the ground like that.
Purdue trying to keep that ball screen on the side. Omar Ballo doing a nice job just short rolling this big to big pass, and crowd doesn't like it, but certainly Kaufman-Renn knocks down Malik Renew.
It's a displacement enough,
yeah,
right?
There's contact and he falls down.
Ballo has passed first so far. Renew the miss. Ballo spits it out again. Rice an extra fine, and Purdue scrambles back.
Ballo has been a machine on the offensive glass in conference play. Leads the league in second chance points and offensive rebounds.
Averaging a double-double. That 3 won't fall for Rice in Indiana. Renew hopping into a layup.
Indiana, one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the league. And right now, Purdue just not doing enough to block out. You got Ballo, you got Renew. Those guys living on the offensive boards.
They are 56% points off of 2s this year. Top 25 in the country. And part of that is second chance. Part of that is this run out. And Baco spin cycle.
Well, there's that defense there. Braden Smith has had some struggles in 4 games against Indiana, averaging 8 and 6, but 28 from the field and 8% from 3. Bit of a shaky start with the free throws, and they're the turnover.
He also has not shot it well the last couple of games. Lawyer's floater rims in. That is soft.
Indiana is really allowing these Purdue ball handlers lanes to the rim. Ballo's kind of lined up with his man. They're not going to give up passes to the bigs, but there are opportunities for Purdue's guards getting downhill.
Well, Purdue has just wasted people in this building from the 3-point line, so it's pick your poison, right? Rice looked like he was surfing.
Slip and slide.
And Baco stripped. Cox to Smith.
Good ducking by Trey Kaufman-Renn. You got the matchup with Miles Rice. He just sits right on him, and great recognition from Braden Smith to drop that one off.
10 points in every game at least for Trey Kaufman-Renn, who's even upped his numbers in conference play.
He's the highest usage player in the conference.
You're the highest usage analyst in the conference as well. So it takes one to know one.
Shots fired back. Well, Purdue going inside early. Braden Smith setting it up, and Trey Kaufman-Renn just too easy for Purdue.